Hey there my Irishman, this is Sean of Nintendo here, and welcome to the 4th installment of the monthly exclusive here on the Let's Interview series. For those of you who might be new to this, the Let's Interview monthly exclusive is a once a month feature where we will take a Let's Player who's got a little bit more experience under their belt. We're going to ask them the standard questions that everyone else gets asked, plus a couple of fans submission questions from the question submission video. So that's going to be fun. We're going to start off with the standard ones. Before we even get to that, we'd like to introduce today's guest, which is ProtonJon.
Hi, I'm half asleep.
How are you doing today?
Besides being half asleep, pretty good.
That's awesome. Are you ready for the questions?
I suppose so, let's do it.
Okay, we can start off by telling everyone a bit about your channel.
It's a channel with video game footage on it. I play video games and yell a lot, and people somehow like it.
Over 100,000 subscribers, can you blame them?
Apparently.
Okay, so how did you come up with your YouTube name, ProtonJon?
It was a high school nickname.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was in science class, and my friends came up with the nickname in the class. And then I hated the nickname for a couple years, actually. And then when I moved away for university, I needed a nickname for Xbox Live. I was like, you know what? That was actually a good nickname. So I used that, and then I ended up using it for a bunch of forums and everything, and then it became my thing.
I'm a bit curious, actually. What's the SA at the end of it stand for?
Something awful. The reason it's on my YouTube channel is because A, the original ProtonJon was taken, and B, it was mainly just going to be for backup videos from Let's Plays I did on Something Awful, but it ended up being my main thing.
Right. It's kind of funny whenever if you look up ProtonJon and then it's some other random user who ends up being there first.
Yeah, no, it was like I think it's some British guy named David or something like that. It's just like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Whatever.
Okay, move on to the next question, and that is this question isn't really relevant anymore since YouTube has moved on to the one layout, so there really isn't backgrounds anymore.
Yeah.
People are usually just using the banners. Are you still using the old layout or the one layout?
I'm on the one layout now. And
for the banner that you have on that, did you make it or did someone else make it?
It's a screenshot from a video game, so technically someone else made it.
Okay, cool. Now, for the next one, who inspired you to start doing Let's Plays?
Not really anyone. It was more so it started out of boredom. But I guess you can say Slowbeef from Retsupre. He did the first video Let's Play on Something Awful. And he told a bunch of people how he was doing it, so like a group of us all just started at once, and I was part of that group. So,
okay, cool.
I guess if there's anyone you can credit, it's him.
Alright, awesome. So, was this your very first YouTube channel?
That I technically no, but sort of. I had like just a random channel I made up to put like bits and pieces of videos I did on Something Awful. But I don't really use it at all. It's just kind of there.
Yeah. What's it called?
I'm not saying.
You don't want anyone finding it, do you?
No. If people know, they can find it. It's not that hard to find.
Okay, cool. So for the next question, regarding the other channels box that you use on your channel, do you primarily reserve it for friends, channels you enjoy, or mix of both?
Usually friends. I think pretty much. I gotta open it up and double check now. Pretty sure everyone I have on that list are friends that I know in real life or chat with a bunch online.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Friends, in person. Yeah, everyone in person.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll move on to the next question, and that is, what was the very first game you ever played?
Pong.
Pong.
Yep. I'm an old schooler.
Yeah, boy.
My parents got me like one of those little 4-in-1 table tennis machines back when I was like 3, and it was like you play with a little dial to move back and forth the paddle, and you could play like, I think they called it hockey, which was just 2 paddles versus 2 paddles, like tennis and squash. I don't know. It was fun.
Anything that just requires 2 lines and a ball.
Pretty much.
Okay. For the next question, what was the worst game you ever played?
Aiden Chronicles the Third Mage for N64.
Well, I've never heard of that game.
That is the only game I remember renting, hating, and returning before the rental was done. Oh, sorry, the first mage, not the third mage. But yeah, like Aiden Chronicles. It was like one of the 4 RPGs on the N64.
Really? What was the game about?
I don't remember the storyline very well. I just remember like going on this adventure. The thing I remember most was walking out into a field, getting into a combat, it raining, and everyone in the combat, my whole party and the monsters, all constantly missing attacks. I remember it happened like 12 or 15 turns of missing.
Oh god.
And I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. I need to stop playing this.
Rain decreases accuracy.
By a lot, apparently.
Oh man. Okay. For the next question, who are some of your favorite Let's Players or just general YouTubers?
YouTubers, I don't know. A lot of people I like to watch are like friends of mine. So I like to watch Classic Game Room, although it's not really an LPer. He does these amazing reviews of games. It's just the way he talks is just entrancing, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
I listen to Game Grumps in the background every now and then, but they're a little aggravating to watch sometimes, so they're more of a podcast for me now.
Yeah, I get.
I listen to Retsupre, Continue Show, Gerard, the completionist, that one video gamer, Pro Jared, Brutal Moose, my friends like P-Call and Nintendo Capri Sun.
Of course.
I like video series like Dario Town, who did Italian Spider-Man. I usually, like, when I'm on YouTube, like, I'm probably watching, like, Mystery Science Theater stuff or listening to music, so.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next question, and that is, what's your recording setup like, and what equipment and software do you use?
My recording setup is pure chaos, and it works through sheer will. Let's see here. For HD capture, I have a Hauppauge HD PVR, so that's like Xbox 360. That's what we did for Resident Evil 5. For standard definition, I have an Adaptec Game Bridge, which is a fairly old USB standard definition card. Works pretty good, but I've been having some problems with it lately. I also have a Dazzle I use, but I mainly use that for when I stream.
Okay. So, for the next question, what's your favorite Let's Play that you've done?
I think the one I've enjoyed the most has probably been Superman 64. Because it's one that I actually feel good about at the end of the day because of all the stuff I've been finding out. Like, I had an interview with the producer on the game, a couple of different things like that. And yeah, like, it's all stuff that's like, wow, this is really cool. I'm happy I actually had a chance to do this.
I know the reputation of the game is, from when I watch, some people play it, like the whole flying through loops and trying to pick up that car. That was the only two pieces of the game I've ever actually seen. Is there actually more to that game?
Oh, yeah, no, there's actual stages, too.
Okay.
Like, where you have to, like, get key cards and beat up bosses and stuff like that. Yeah, no, that's just the first part of the first stage that you just described.
Oh, right, okay. Because as part of this whole series, I'm taking everyone's worst game at some point and doing, like, a little collage of playthroughs of them, and Superman 64 was one of them. So, I'm going to see how that turns out. So, for the next question, is there any regret you have with any of your past Let's Plays?
Any regrets? Everything. I regret my life.
What is my life?
I guess probably the biggest regret I had, LPing wise, besides like how long it's taken me to put up Superman episodes, would be Super Mario TKO. It was one of the last Mario ROM hacks I did. I promised a friend I'd do it, which is why I went and did it, but like I was really burnt out on Mario ROM hacks at the time, so like my commentary kind of suffered at the time, and because of it, like I got like a Retsupre done of my stuff, and I had a couple other people poke fun at it. It was like the low point, really, for like stuff I did.
Okay.
So which makes me feel bad because like it's a good friend of mine that did the game, and it's a fun game. It's just like I was burnt out, and you could hear it in my voice. So.
You were just bored of those, were you?
Yeah, I was just like, I need a change. I can't do this anymore. I've been playing like mainly just Mario ROM hacks for like a year or two at this point, so.
Yeah, I can understand how that would get tiring.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we'll move on to the next question, and that is, what's your opinion on the Let's Play community today?
It depends, because there's like so many different cliques. I think that's the thing with the LP community, is that there's like cliques. There's the Something Awful crowd, which like they're more for quality than anything, which I love that. That's why I still watch Something Awful LPs. The YouTube community, like there's a bunch of different cliques. There's ones that are like just in it for the money, which is really the wrong reason. There's some that are just there for having fun, which is the right reason, and then there's just some who want to be famous, and it's so weird. Like, there's groups that are doing it right, groups that are doing it wrong, and you can't really point out who's doing what because either they won't believe it or that, like, their fans will freak out or whatever. So it's like it's I don't know. It's gotten too cliquey, and I think I don't know. Cliquey and cluttered, I guess, is probably the best description of the Let's Play community.
Okay, it's a good answer. So, is there any advice you'd like to give to other Let's Players or just YouTubers out there who are starting off or might need a bit of advice?
Start doing it for fun, really, is the best thing I can suggest. Like, if you're not having fun doing it, don't do it.
Okay. Good answer. Okay, so now... Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself. We're going to move on to a couple of, more laid-back questions, a bit more away from the serious ones, and we'd just like to know, what's your favourite Pokemon?
Hitmonlee.
Oh, really? Any reason?
Yeah. I like Bruce Lee. I like Jackie Chan too, but I don't like Hitmonchan, so...
You know what? I'm not going to lie. It just clicked in me why they're called that, actually.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
No, that's why they're Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
What about Hitmontop, like a spinning top?
Yeah. As far as I know.
Oh man, I'm not a diehard Pokemon fan.
I'm not either. Like, I was into Pokemon during the first and second generation, but that's when I jumped off.
Okay, move on to the next question, and this has always been a personal favourite of mine. Everyone who's watched the series knows that this is my personal favourite question, and that is, what is one embarrassing fact about yourself?
I don't know where to start.
Oh god, you only have to pick one.
I wasn't expecting this, jeez. When I wake up in the morning, my hair looks like Ace Ventura's.
Oh god, that's awesome.
My hair just stands on it. I have massive bedhead.
Okay, cool. That'll do. So for now, guys, we're going to be moving on to the questions that were submitted by some people in the question submission video. We got a grand spanking 12 questions right here, and these are going to be pretty interesting. After that, then we'll move on to the final 2 questions of the standard ones. So the first question comes in from a user by Tale of the Toaster. He has a serious question and a fun question. So the first one is, for the serious question, which of the Runaway guys first discovered Josh Jepson?
As far as I know, it's Emil, so Chugga, but I don't know. I think Tim might have known him first. I didn't know about... I'll be honest, I didn't know about Tim until like a little bit when we were planning Runaway Guys, and I didn't know about Josh until we were planning on having as a... Or no, I first learned about Josh because Emil was quoting him during our first meetup for Runaway Guys, so that's how I was introduced to Josh Jepson.
Oh, like the whole Jesus Christ Grandma kind of thing.
Let's play, amen, I think was what he was quoting. I'm like, who says that? And he's like, it was Josh Jepson. I'm like, oh, okay, I've never heard of Josh. And that's how I got introduced. Well, no, at the time, he only had like 20,000 subscribers, if even, probably less.
Oh, wow. Well, okay, for the next part of his question, which is the more fun question, did that same person who discovered Josh suggest adding him to the group for the new Super Mario Bros. Wii LP?
Like I said, if it was Emil, then yes. Emil suggested him. I was like, all right, whatever. I don't know him. And Tim was like, yeah, no, I like him. So,
from dividing it up, I actually realized that was part of the serious question. So, the laid-back question is, which is better, a solar flare or a polar bear?
A solar flare or a polar bear? Well, I mean, like, a solar flare could kill you, but so could a polar bear. Unless you give it, like, some Coca-Cola and then they kind of mellow out and celebrate Christmas. So, I guess a polar bear.
Okay, cool. It's a polar bear. So for the next question is submitted by Infosame, and he would like to know, who do you like more, Emil or Tim?
Shit, I was hoping this wouldn't be asked.
I don't know if Emil or Tim would even watch this.
Yeah, fair enough. It may not. I don't know. Actually, it's so hard because I like them both for specific reasons and hate them both for specific reasons. I don't. I get along better with Emil, believe it or not. Even though like we're bickering a lot in videos, like when he's mellow, we get along just fine. Yeah. Tim and we always get along. Period. But like Tim is antisocial, I guess you could say at some points. Like he'll go off in his own world. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, when I get in conversations with him, like they're good conversations. I enjoy talking with him.
So you don't really prefer one over the other?
I don't really prefer one over the other. I think that's the best way to put it. We've all got our faults and we've all got our good points.
Okay, good answer. So the next question is submitted by Gamer Rectangle, and he wants to know what made you decide to make more videos this year.
I don't know. I always wanted to make more videos, but it just finally worked out that I got stuff synced up. Like if you look at last year, there was a bunch of stretches where I wasn't doing anything, and then suddenly near the end of the year I knocked out like 3 Let's Plays like fairly fast. They all had like one decently sized delay in them. Like Donkey Kong had a big delay between the 4th and final videos because I moved to a new house, so I was like, okay, I have to pack up everything. I'm not gonna LP if I have to like move all this stuff out of my house and help my roommates move.
Yeah.
Gunstar Heroes had a delay on the final episode as well because we didn't record it. We had everything else recorded except for the last one, so we had to like our first chance to get together because we were both sick for a while was like a week or 2 after the final episode went up, so there was a delay on that.
Okay.
But yeah, like I just finally gotten a point where I had footage to post, so that's why it's getting posted. Okay,
cool. So for the next question is submitted by IceMario11, and he says he's got a proper question and a fun question. Boy, I'm one of these. The proper question is, how exactly are the Runaway Guys LPs decided?
Have you ever watched the original Star Trek? You know that point where Kirk and Spock are fighting and like the dun 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 music. That's what happens. We get in like a ring, circle around each other, do a bunch of judo chops. I don't know. People just suggest a game and then we think it like we'll be like, oh, Tim. It's mostly Emil, myself, or a guest who's suggesting. Tim has suggested a couple games, but not too many. And the 1 or 2 he suggested we weren't able to do. Like he suggested Secret of Mana, but unfortunately we turned that down because it takes forever to get the other 2 players in. Or it takes a decent amount of time, and then we don't know if it would interest people. Mm-hmm. He suggested Kirby's Return to Dreamland, which is what we ended up doing. But usually it's a mutual suggestion between a bunch of us. Like one person will suggest a game, and if at least we get majority ruling on the other game, usually it's fine. But Tim also doesn't really care more or less what game we're playing. Yeah. So it's also why he doesn't suggest much. He's just like, yeah, no, I'm good with whatever.
Okay, cool.
And I'm usually the same too, but like for the majority of our suggestions, like I think Chug is the one who usually shuts down suggestions. I've suggested a couple games that I've had turned down, and I think the majority of his we've gone with. And like Tim has only suggested like a handful of games, so.
Okay, cool.
I think our next LP. Our next LP with a guest actually was suggested by the guest, but we were all like, yeah, no, people have wanted this one, so we'll do it.
Well, what game is that?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh man, I almost got a spoiler idea.
Yeah, nice try.
Okay, for his fun question, and I'm having a bit of time trying to actually read what this is, so bear with me here. He says, if you rot a John into a ton, it's spelled T-O-N-N-E. Is that ton or something? Or
I think hang on, let me see here. If you rot a John on a ton, would it morph into a proton? I think he's trying to rhyme.
Yeah, if you rot a John into a ton, would it morph into a proton? Would it?
Probably not. I think it would turn into a mess of guts.
I think he's trying to create his own molecular stuff. I can't remember chemistry.
I think he's trying to kill me because he wants me to be rotted on a ton. So if I'm rotting, I'm assuming I'm dead.
Fair point. Wait until he's dead, and you can test out an experiment of yours.
Good old science.
Hopefully not anytime soon. For the next question, this is submitted by Ocarina Surge, and he wants to know Superman 64 or Sonic 06.
You know, honestly, I don't mind either game. So, I don't know if I'd really be able to choose. Superman's shorter, but I enjoyed my time with Sonic 06. I had fun, except for like Silver's campaign. Silver's campaign kind of sucked.
A lot of people seem to say that game Sonic 06 is, you know, one of the really bad games out there, and it was put in as one of the worst games played by a few people. Is the game actually that bad?
It was a rushed game, so it's not complete. So like some of the physics are weird. There's a bunch of weird bugs. You'll just randomly die or fall through like the level.
Hold on a second there. Okay, guys, we're back there. Sorry, brief interruption. We were talking about Sonic 06 and its bugs.
I don't know. Sonic 06 was a rushed game. It's mostly like it plays all right, but it's I don't know. There's some points that like clearly there wasn't a lot of playtesting. I think is the best way to put it. Like there are points that in the game that just aren't fun or just seem like really weird additions or subtractions.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like they really improved much since let's
the previous games.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2. Like Sonic Heroes feels like a better game than Sonic 06, and that game came out like 3-4 years before Sonic 06.
Oh wow.
And yeah, like there's really bad loading times too. Like there's tons of loading. Like you'll do a load, you'll go to a mission, talk to someone, and then there'll be a loading screen, and then they will give you like a text or two about what you're about to do in the mission. Then there'll be another loading screen. Then there'll be the actual mission. Then once you beat it or fail it, there'll be a loading screen. Then the person will talk to you, and then whether you say yes or no, there will be another loading screen. Like just so much loading. Like just bad decisions. It's not optimized for the current systems, or at all, really.
Okay, cool. Move on to the next question, and this is submitted from CrazyBird36T. Nice name there. He wants to know what has been your favorite Let's Play for the Runaway Guys.
I think the one I had the most fun with has probably been like any of the tournaments we've done, because it's just a bunch of us hanging out and just having fun. I also had fun with Mario Party 2 and Mario Brothers Wii. Part of Mario Brothers Wii, I guess, because I got like really upset. I almost got a black eye in between recording sessions of that. So in like the second half of the game, I was like super angry, and it shows. Like that's how I kind of got the asshole, I guess, ranking for Runaway Guys. It's just because I was really upset at Chugga, and like a bunch of Chugga fans are like, "Why are you so angry?" And it's like, because I almost got a black eye.
Oh god.
It's like, how do I explain this? I don't know. It was just, the whole thing was ridiculous.
Oh man. Okay. For the next part of his question, he wants to know what other projects do you want to do in the future?
For myself or for Runaway Guys?
I suppose both. He never really specified, so if you want to say both, you can.
Alright, well, a bunch of the ones I want to do for Runaway Guys we're already doing, so I can't mention them.
Okay.
For myself, I know I've got a bunch of projects I'm working on right now. I would like to, at some point, to do the Gears of War series, but I'm trying to debate if I do that co-op or not. I'd probably want to do it co-op, considering that's one of the big sells about Gears of War. Yeah, and it actually makes the game a little bit easier too, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff I'm working on right now that'll be up after Resident Evil's done and after some more Superman as well.
Okay, cool. Next question is submitted from LP Llama. I got his name right that time.
Nice.
And he wants to know, what game that has been announced for the Wii U are you most looking forward to?
Nothing! Probably the new Mario Kart, to be honest.
Yeah, that'll be good. Hopefully they improve any more stuff that does need to be improved from Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart 7 was pretty good, though.
Mario Kart 7 was good. Wii kind of bummed me out. Like, Wii, I really like the driving with the bikes and everything. I really enjoyed Wii. The only thing I hated was what they did to multiplayer. They forced it to be teams only, which, no, that's not Mario Kart multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I thought when you're doing Wi-Fi on Mario Kart Wii, you're usually all against, aren't you?
No, sorry, I mean battle mode.
Oh, right.
That's what I didn't like.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was the worst thing they did to that game. I didn't mind the bike edition. Actually, bikes are really nice. I didn't mind the items they added. The cloud was kind of a nice touch.
Oh, I hate the cloud.
I liked what they did with Mario Kart Wii, except for that. That was the one thing that sticks in my mind as the thing I hated for Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I didn't even mind the stupid plastic steering wheel thing.
I tried playing with that one time. I don't know how people can.
One of my friends got really good at that. It's just practice and just making sure your motions aren't too exaggerated.
Yeah. Okay, the next question is submitted from Stelios78910, and he says he's going to be original on this one, and he wants to know who are your most wanted characters for Super Smash Bros. 4?
From Nintendo, I'd really like to see Chrom or someone from the new Fire Emblem. I'm trying to think of who else here now. I'm totally just like looking at my wall right now. I'm thinking of Nintendo characters. I want Waluigi to be playable as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Waluigi, like he was a trophy in the last one. I think actually a lot of the trophy characters are kind of who I would want to see as characters. Like I want to see Waluigi. I want to see Little Mac. I want to see someone from Advance Wars. Maybe Andy. I feel like Andy might be a fun character to play as, but like Advance Wars hasn't really had a new entry since the Super Serious DS one. So
I'm thinking they might put in some characters from Skylanders, maybe even Spyro.
You really think they'll put in a Skylanders character?
I wouldn't mind. Cool.
Like Namco's co-developing the game, so if anything, there's going to be probably a Tales of character or a Tekken character in there.
Oh yeah, probably.
So I can't think of who I'd want from Tekken. Like odds are, like it'd probably be Heihachi because it's always Heihachi, or maybe Jin. I wouldn't mind. Oh shoot, who am I thinking of? Steve Fox would be fun, but I know they'll never add him in. Martial Law would also be fun, but of course. No, I want King! Oh man, King in Smash Bros. Would be awesome. All he'd do would be talking like growls and barks and just like suplex everyone. It'd be great.
Okay, for the next question is submitted from Twilight Bandit. Yeah, Twilight Bandit. And he wants to know why are your Let's Plays so scarcely uploaded?
I wouldn't say weekly uploads are scarcely uploaded, but that's just me. Because I just do them on a whim, really. It's just whenever I feel like it, I record something.
Only when it feels like it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to do a recording. If I do a recording when it's not fun, then it shows. It's the best way to put it. Okay,
cool. For the next question is submitted from Madrot567. He says his question will be, why no facial hair?
Because I can't really grow facial hair. Like it looks too patchy. I've been trying lately, like just trying to grow out like something, but I don't know. It takes like 2 weeks for it to look like even remotely like I'm trying to grow out facial hair. So it's just like I have to commit to this for a long time if I want to even look like the smallest of facial hair. So it's just like whatever. If I'm trying, but yeah, the joke is like I can't really grow proper facial hair.
It seems to work a bit better on Josh. I've seen Josh with facial hair in it.
Yeah, no, Josh does look pretty well. I don't know. I shaved yesterday as well, so it probably didn't help.
Okay. For the next question is submitted by Pika250 or 250, and he or she, I don't even know, wants to know, John, what's your favorite Let's Play so far, and among your own, of course. Yeah, your favorite Let's Play that you've done.
I feel like I already kind of answered that earlier, but I'd say Superman 64.
Okay,
I'm enjoying Resident Evil 5 as well because it was just like goofy fun. A lot of the goofy fun co-op ones I enjoy. Like Gunstar Heroes was fun with Gerard. Anything I do with my old roommate and my good friend Dan is always fun. Like when we did the Mario Mario Early Years games, and when we did Deal or No Deal. I don't know, as long as the ones where I have someone just kind of, we can riff off of each other and just mess with each other as much as we can, those are the ones I enjoy. And like out of solo stuff, Superman.
Okay, cool. And now for the final question here, submitted by IcebergRedOx, I think. Yeah, IcebergRedOx. And he wants to know, have you seen any good and or bad changes in the Let's Play community since you first started making Let's Plays?
Good changes. It seems like an increased overall quality with a lot of people. Like there's a lot of shining examples of like what is good to put in a video, like adding in like extra things, being a bit serious about the game, offering like tips on the game, stuff like that. The bad thing I've seen is probably like just people getting obsessed about it for monetary gain or for fame or stuff like that, or like the webcam, the scare cam edition, the obsession with like one specific game, which really I can't talk too much about considering I did ROM hacks for so long, but like the Happy Wheels Slender trend kind of has gotten a little ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would give Minecraft some crap as well, like a lot of people do Minecraft, but there's so much you can at least do in that game that I think it gets a pass. That's also why I'm like, Happy Wheels goes back and forth, because it kind of ends up devolving into the same thing. Like, it's like Trials, just try not to fall over, but they just make ridiculous situations.
Yeah.
But at least in like Minecraft, you can either chill out and you can just make like art, or you can make a house, or you can go on an adventure and fight a dragon, stuff like that.
Or you can do hardcore.
Yeah, exactly. So like, there's so many. That's the reason I don't give Minecraft any crap, is because for a game that originally seemed like it was just going to be a block building game, it actually has a bit of depth to it.
Yeah.
Or like people have found ways to add depth to Minecraft.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So that was the end of the questions submitted in from the users. So for everyone who did submit a question, we do definitely want to thank you guys. And for anyone who did submit a question and didn't get answered, that's only because we started recording just by the time you probably submitted that question, so sorry about that. So, we're going to move on to the final two questions, and this one is there any question you'd like me to add into the interview series for future episodes? If you can't think of one, that's perfectly fine.
Man, nothing's jumping to mind right now, but that's probably because I'm like still half asleep. So it's just like my brain not fully running on all cylinders right now. Sorry.
It's fine. If you happen to come up with one like near the end or something, just pop it in. And for the very final question, and this is just a bit of personal feedback from me, but how did you like this interview?
It went pretty good. Except for the part where you had to run off and talk to your roommates, but I mean, like, you couldn't help that.
Not roommates, actually, just my brother. I'm still a guy living with his mom. But, okay, with that said now, guys, that is the end of the 4th installment of the monthly exclusive. We would like to thank you all once again for watching this video and for supporting this series as always, and we would like to thank Proton John for joining us today.
No problem, it was fun.
For any of you who might be new to this series, definitely be sure to check out Proton John's channel, link in the description box to that, and to his Twitter, annotations on the screen, all that good stuff to the playlist. And we will thank you guys once again for watching and supporting the series, and we'll see you in the next one, so bye bye for now.
See you then.